If you are struggling to get your little one to settle at bedtime, this video can help you. We're going to be sharing 5 ways to address sensory needs that might be getting in the way of your child drifting off to sleep. This is Penguin Parenting, and we're here to help you bring a sense of calm and connectedness to the last moments of the day. If you watched the last video about calming bedtime activities, then you're probably already leaning into the idea that your child might need a bit more help to unwind at the end of the day than perhaps some other children do. There are so many ideas for ways to help your child sleep, and different philosophies on the best way to do this. At Penguin Parenting, we are not child psychologists or professional educators, simply parents who have harvested what has worked for us to share with you here. Let's dive in. For some children, bedtime is a sensory nightmare. They are too hot or cold, the bed covers don't feel right, the lighting is all wrong, there are too many noises and distractions, or not enough distraction. Particularly young children may struggle to understand what they are experiencing and why they don't settle as easily as some other children. We have ideas which could help your child to regulate themselves and drift off into a calm sleep. They might be worth a try. Number 1. Essential oils. For our family, both lavender and eucalyptus have been magical. They don't work every time, but our child asks for them by name now. We've tried using lavender in the bath, putting a piece of fresh lavender or a couple of drops of lavender oil on a tissue under his pillow, using a humidifier lamp with some lavender drops in the water. We've also tried pillow spray and a heated lavender wheat bag. We even began growing lavender in the garden so we could pick some fresh buds to rub between our fingers. Eucalyptus can be really calming, particularly if your child has a cold, as it also acts as a decongestant, which can help if your child is panicking about having a stuffed nose or not being able to breathe properly. Both lavender and eucalyptus are readily available at many high street chemists, online and in health food shops. Number 2. Lighting. There are so many options for lamps which can capture the attention of our little ones and lull them into a calmer state. We've used a star projection lamp which displays slowly moving stars on the ceiling and walls of the room. We also have a bubble lamp which has some plastic fish which bob about inside. It rotates through a few different colours, and our child loved this when he was between about 5 and 8 years of age. Unfortunately, we have a couple of other residents who took a keen interest in the fish, so we no longer use this very often. Number 3. White noise apps. In the last video, we talked about falling asleep listening to an audiobook or a favourite story. But when our child was younger, from a baby actually, we discovered the benefit of white noise. It just helps to block out any of those external noises which can interrupt an otherwise calm drifting off. If you have other children who perhaps have different bedtimes, this can help the younger ones to not be disturbed by closing doors or late night trips to the bathroom. Also, if you're staying in an unfamiliar environment, using a white noise app with a sound profile that your child is familiar with can provide consistency and comfort in an otherwise potentially unsettling bedtime environment. There are loads of white noise apps available for your phone, many of which are free. Be aware though, some have ads that can come on loudly when you switch the app off, which totally defeats the object of the app. The one we have used most often is called Sleepy Sounds. It incorporates different noises like rain on a roof or rushing water, and it also provides a colour-changing background. Number 4. Fidget toys. For particularly anxious children who perhaps struggle to stop moving or have a sensory need to fidget, there are a number of inexpensive fidget toys which can help at bedtime. I would stress that these are unlikely to distract your child from settling, so please don't worry about that. The opposite is likely to be true. If there's something to fidget with, it can focus the mind on repetitive patterns, and these can be soothing, reassuring, and can bring your child's brain into the logical side of their thinking rather than the emotional side, as they may subconsciously incorporate counting and patterns into the fidgeting. It may sound counterintuitive, but it can prove highly effective at calming the mind and helping to settle into a happy and safe state so that sleep can follow. For neurodivergent or highly sensitive children, this can also be a healthy way to expel excess energy, and it can redirect body-focused behaviours such as nail biting or skin picking. These often begin as a sensory comfort activity at bedtimes, and a fidget toy can be a great way to avoid this. Number 5. Weighted blankets. We have 4 of these in our house, and there are only 3 of us. I swear by them for children and adults alike. Weighted blankets can help with a sensory need called proprioception. My layman's understanding of proprioception goes something like this. A weighted blanket applies a gentle degree of pressure to your whole body, like a big hug, and it helps your body to understand where it is in space, and the gentle pressure calms the nervous system. It also kicks in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the system which heals the body from fight or flight mode. In essence, it's a calming mechanism. It can de-escalate a meltdown or a sensory overload. Please do your own research here, particularly concerning the ideal and recommended weight for your child, or indeed yourself, and how long to use a weighted blanket for. This is one item on our list which can be expensive. The one we used the most was £25, and I've listed it in the description for this video below. It comes in a variety of weights. If you're not sure whether this is going to work for you, you could ask around your network to see if someone has one you could borrow for a couple of nights. Perhaps your child's school or nursery might know where you could try one before you buy. What sensory struggles does your child have, at bedtime in particular? Do you have tried and tested ideas and approaches to make sure you're considering sensory overload in various ways? We'd love you to share your experiences with us in the comments section, so we can all learn together. If you know anyone who might benefit from this video, please do share it with them, and we'd love it if you would like the video and subscribe to Penguin Parenting. We have lots of videos and information coming up throughout the year, which we think you'll enjoy. Until next time.